Welcome to the tutorial. Learn about electrical panel and maintenance. Electrical panel. Part 10. The circuit breaker continues. Let us learn about ELCB, RCCB, RCBO, and RCD. Power in 3P plus N power shall be given to this terminal, phases, and neutral giving to this terminal. On-off handle. This handle is using to make the device on and off. Test button. This button used to check the working of the device. It is recommended that test be done in certain intervals. Power out terminals. Providing connections to the equipment. ELCB. Earth leakage circuit breaker. Phase, neutral, and earth wires of equipment connected through ELCB while it is working based on the earth leakage current. The operating time of the ELCB is very fast that an electrical shock will not affect the human body. The safest current limit which a human body can withstand is 30 milliamps up to 1 second. 30 milliamps ELCB will trip within 65 milliseconds, which are faster than the human body could sense. So it is used in household appliances. RCBO, residual circuit breaker with overload. This is a combined device of RCCB with MCB, so that is coming with residual current with overload protection. Working principles are the same as ELCB but with the additional protection of overload current. ELCB will not do any protection against overcurrent. RCBO is a combination of MCB and RCCB. The RCCB operates when an earth leak occurs and the circuit breaker operates when there is an overload on the same circuit. RCCB, residual current circuit breaker. RCCB is designed to detect the current difference between phase and neutral, that is also known as residual current. In normal operating condition, phase and neutral will always have a balanced current. However, when there is a fault or potential hazard happens, a residual current will occur. RCCBs will detect a current as low as 30 mA, which is very small to detect by other means of the device. In other words, RCCB will operate when there is an earth fault. RCCB is a very useful device to protect the individual from electric shock. However, RCCB is always used in conjunction with other protective devices like MCB. As RCCB is only designed to detect residual current and not to trip on overload/short circuit. Say in brief that both ELCB and RCCB are used for the same purpose but the wiring connection is different. Only phase and neutral wire shall be connected through RCCB, whereas in ELCB, the main earth wire is connected through it. RCD, residual current device. Generally, RCD is being used for RCCB. However, RCD is a generic term referring to any kind of device that automatically disconnects the circuit when residual current exceeds the specified limit. There is some difference between ELCB and RCD. RCD does not necessarily require an earth connection itself because it monitors only the live and neutral. Besides, it detects current flows to earth even in equipment without earth of its own. ELCBs measured the voltage on the earth conductor. If this voltage was not zero, this indicated a current leakage to the earth. The problem is that ELCBs need a sound earth connection, as does the equipment it protects. This means that an RCD will continue to give shock protection in equipment that has even faulty earth. It is these properties that have made the RCD more popular than other devices. Working principle of residual current devices. The RCD works on the current balancing principle. The supply conductors, the phases, and the neutral pass through a toroid CT and from the primary windings of a transformer. Secondary windings of CT connected to a highly sensitive electromagnetic trip relay that operates the trip mechanism. In a healthy circuit, the sum of the current in phases is equal to the current in the neutral and the vector sum of all currents is equal to 0. If there is insulation fault in the current and the leakage current flows to the earth, the current does not balance and their vector sum is not equal to 0. The imbalance is detected by the core balanced current transformer and the relay engages. Results: the RCD is tripped and the supply to the load is interrupted. End of Part 10. More details about circuit breakers included in the maintenance section. Thank you for watching the tutorial. Subscribe to the channel to get updates and more videos.